And one song that stood out to me was, it's called "The Dash,"
Yeah, yeah.
and
That's what
that
we're releasing right now, yeah.
yeah, and, man, I like the concept, and then because it makes me think of, like, we talk about well, I think that was a church sermon where somebody was talking about, somebody's life, you look at the tombstone, you look at the day they were born and the day that they died, but the important part is the dash in
Right.
between, and
Yeah.
that's what it made like, it hit
Yeah,
to me.
exactly. There's a poem somewhere
Yeah,
that this I forget who wrote it, some lady, and I think I got the concept from someone posting it when, on Facebook when someone we knew died, like, "This so and so died, here's a poem." And
yeah,
I read the poem and I thought, "Well, that's a great idea." But I felt like the delivery of it had a little bit of like, "Roses are red, violets are blue, I'm gonna die and so are you." It had a little bit of a
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah, yeah,
didn't it's like the meter and the kind of Moon and June rhyme scheme sort of worked in my mind against a really deep concept. So I thought, I'm just going to take the idea and write a song. And, it's a little challenging because you got to start off explaining what actually the dash is.
yeah,
And I forget how I did that, but first and final day, the first and final breath. I figured a way to do that. And then, I kind of I just went from there and just, adding things in. But I felt like the music and the words that I used have some reverence to the subject as opposed to just, you know, it's maybe bad poets shouldn't have good ideas. I don't know. It
yeah,
was just, it was a shame to me because she had a really good idea, but I just
yeah,
thought the delivery was a little bit, so it said like, da 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 da, your cash, da 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 da, the dash. I'm like, come on, you
yeah,
know, try
yeah,
harder, it's a good idea. So I just, of course, I made the music, and I wrote all new words to it, but I use that concept.
yeah, yeah, and I like your focus on the lyrics and then the mood of the song, and you could
Right.
appreciate this too because a lot of mainstream is, cookie cutter for the moment, and it's just like, where the songwriting, the pen game, and I appreciate that one of your you like, "Hey, this is music for people who appreciate lyrics and moods."
Yeah. So, and I don't think many people actually do. I mean, they might if you were big and they knew who everyone knew who you were. Half the time you're in some bar, like I try not to play at bars because especially
Yeah.
if the TV's on. Like I won't even do it. You go to a bar and they got game on. I'm like, not playing that. It's just counterproductive. I think I got him to turn the TV off once at a place he played. I said, anyone
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
that? Can we turn it off? And they turned it off.
yeah.
But you have to get the right kind of listening room where people actually want to hear the words.
Yeah, that's true, that's
And
very
it's kind
true.
of nice though with a duo, you can actually get the words heard. I don't know what kind of bands you've been in, but you know, in a lot of band situations, you'll have a guy who wants to mic the drum kit. And they get
Yeah.
that sounding huge, and then they come along with like, let's get the bass on top of that to go with it. Play the kick drum and the bass together. Okay, that's got a real thing. Now, by the time you get everything layered on, there's like, here's the room. You got this much left for vocals. So, no one hears any. You're screaming all night for no apparent reason, and no one hears anything. So, at least with this, I can get the mix the way I want it and be heard as far as what we're actually singing.
No, that's yeah, no, that's you're actually right, man. Because I've been to concerts and it's just like, oh man, it's a lot going on. It's nothing like nothing like the album,
Yeah.
and things get like you said, things get lost in the other instrumentation.
Yeah.
Man, man, thank you for coming to the show and sharing your the stories behind your music